Um, so everybody, Boost Seven Studios here with a rant again. Yes, this is gonna be another rant, and this is about um, how do I say this in the most nicest ways possible? Just fucking leave. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is about Dead by Daylight. Um, and this is about these really entitled and toxic survivor mains out there. Um, If you guys, I'm pretty sure a lot of you people already know, this game is already filled with toxicity, mainly from the survivor side of standpoint. And a lot of survivors that you encounter in game are just straight up dicks, especially when they teabag you at the exit game and all that. Now, my biggest question: why don't they just leave? Like, they already completed 5 gens, they already opened the exit gate. Why just spend all this time waiting for the killer to come in just for them to fucking teabag you? It's quite simple why they do that. Because they want their fucking sorry. Let me rephrase that. So survivors, once they complete 5 gens and open the exit gate, they usually will wait for the killer to show up so they can teabag them before leaving. Now, why do they do that? Why do survivors actually just wait at the exit and teabag the killer before leaving? Simple. Because they want to increase their fucking ego. They are so egotistical. They are such toxic, egotistical survivors that they just don't want to fucking leave through the exit gate. They just want to wait for the killer to show up because they want the killer to kiss their asses. Because they just want to increase their massive fucking ego. Because they are such assholes. Like, why are you wasting all your time wanting the killer to just come in just so you can fucking like teabag them to like beat dicks and make the killer feel like shit just because they didn't do too well or some shit like that? Just because you want to increase your massive fucking ego. Because, dude, every time I play a killer in Dead by Daylight, it is stressful. And not the way you think. No, it is stressful enough that I'm already having a bad match. But when those survivors fucking teabag me at the exit gate right there and there, oh my fucking god, it pisses me off so much. It pisses me off so much, I want to quit playing DVD again. Not like completely quit Dead by Daylight, but like take a break from it, because I hate dealing with survivors like that. I don't give a fuck if you're good at the game or whatnot, but when you fucking teabag me at the exit gate just to be a fucking dick, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Um, yeah, that's I don't know what to say, man. Like, why are you just sitting there at the edge of the gate waiting for the killer to just show up so you can just teabag them and make them feel like shit because they didn't do too well in one game? Just fucking leave. You won. Leave. You already won. You don't need to fucking shove it in our faces. Like, that's why I don't get it, man. These fucking sore winners. Like, you won, and yet you just want to shove your... Like, you won. Why you gotta shove this shit in our faces even further? You already won. Just fucking get out through the exit gate. You won. You opened the gate. Leave. Holy shit. And God forbid the killer doesn't show up the exit gate at all. God forbid. If the killer actually does not go out of their way to show up and actually does not want to kiss their survivor's asses or not want to witness the survivors teabagging them at the exit gate, which I honestly don't fucking blame the killers if they actually do not show up and allow the survivors to teabag them at the exit gate. That's completely justified to why the killer doesn't show up at the exit gate. Fuck, I actually did it one time myself too. I just never show up at the exit gate at all because I know the survivors are going to teabag me at the exit gate. Because for the survivors, it's all here's the survivor's mindset. The toxic survivor player based mindset when it comes to Dead by Daylight. It's all fun and games until you either beat them as killer or you don't play along with how it's supposed to go. That's how their mindset fucking works in this game. That's how these toxic fucking bollocks mindset works. And yes, I said bollocks. I know I'm not Australian or British, but I don't care. I'm just stating facts. So God forbid if killers actually decide to never show up at the exit gate, knowing full well what will happen if they do, survivors will either just leave anyway when the fucking timer is about to hit 0, or they'll start looking for the killer. Really start looking for the killer. I heard stories where survivors actually go out of their way to look for the killer while the endgame collapse is happening. That just goes to show how fucking sad these survivors are. They want to teabag you so badly at the exit gate. They cannot handle the idea of not doing that. They cannot handle the idea of you ignoring them. They can't handle the idea of that. They just can't help themselves. Now, I want to make a very quick announcement. Not all survivors are like this. Like, there are many survivors out there that are not toxic pieces of shit like that in general. But really, most survivors are like this. Again, not all survivors do that. Like, I'm really not a type of survivor that would do that. And the only reason I would wait at the exit gate, really, is to wait for my teammates to get out. I don't... Like, when I open the exit gate, I usually wait for my teammates to show up. Not to teabag the killer, to like wait for him to show up to make sure that they all can escape. I mean, most of the time, especially in solo queue, I'll just escape anyway, just for the fuck of it, like just to get out of the match and get to the next game. But if I really, really want to help my teammates escape, I would just wait for them and that's it, just get out. I wouldn't even bother to teabag the killer at this point. I just fucking leave. Again, I only would say if I ever want to help my teammates escape, I just wait for him to come just so I can get out of there. Or at least help them out escape, you know? Something like that. But most survivors aren't like that, apparently. They just want to wait at the exit gate just so they can teabag the killer. Like, fuck off. But yeah, I'm the bad guy, right? I'm the bad guy for speaking out about something that personally makes me upset. Personally, by the way, yes, I know there are people out there. I know there are people out there in the DVD community that don't give a shit about that. But there are people out there that actually don't like getting teabagged the exit gate, myself included. So again, this one is just kind of personal to me. This is my own personal feelings of how I feel about whenever I'm killer and I get teabagged the exit gate. All right. This is only my personal thoughts. Many of you people out there probably have different reactions to that. Me personally, I do not like that. I get pissed. It annoys the fuck out of me so much to a point I get pissed. So before you go ahead and start coming to the comments telling me, oh my god, you're a Call of Duty killer, mate. First off, shut the fuck up. Second off, I tend to play Survivor 2 once in a while, whenever I don't feel like playing killer. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about this rant video. Boost Cyber Studios out. Peace out, everyone. Bye.